Your book isn't the business, it's the doorway. 15 brutal truths most authors learn too late. A lot of first time authors keep asking, how do I sell more books? But I think that's the wrong question. The better question is, what is this book actually supposed to lead to? Because I'm going to say something that might offend some people. Your book was never supposed to be the business. It was supposed to open the door to the business. And the moment that you realize that, everything will change. Point number one, most authors are trying to monetize ink instead of authority. Books are low margin products. Authority is high margin. People don't pay thousands because you printed pages. They pay because you solved a problem, created transformation, clarified confusion, built trust, became believable, and the book is evidence, not the destination. Point number two, Amazon is a fulfillment platform, not a marketing strategy. This alone will trigger some people. But it's true. Too many authors upload a book and emotionally wait for strangers to magically appear. That's not strategy. That's hope disguised as business. Amazon fulfills demand. It rarely creates it. You create demand through content, conversations, community, podcasting, speaking, and collaborations, and visibility. Point number three, if nobody knows you exist, your book is invisible. Now, this is a hard truth. You can write the greatest book in the world, but obscurity kills brilliance every day. That's why I keep saying visibility comes before velocity. You don't need more polishing, you need more presence. Point number four, your book should create conversations, not transactions. Most people think, how do I sell this? And that's the wrong lens. What you should be asking is, how do I use this to start deeper conversations? Because conversations leads to coaching, consulting, speaking, partnerships, communities, retreats, mastermind, and licensing opportunities, just to name a few. The real money often happens after the book. And I'm going to even say many of these can be put in place as you're working on your book. Point number five, the smartest creators build the ecosystem before the book is finished. This is where most people get stuck. They disappear for 2 years trying to finish. Meanwhile, the smart creator is building an email list, testing messaging, hosting live sessions, interviewing people, creating content, gathering feedback, validating ideas, building community. So by the time the book launches, people are already emotionally invested. Point number six, your audience should help shape the book. This is controversial in traditional publishing circles, but I believe modern creators should build in public. Not because it's trendy, but because it's strategic. If your audience constantly asks the same questions, struggles with the same issues, reacts to the same stories, that's market research. Most authors write in silence and wonder why no one cares. Point number seven, a book without an offer is usually a missed opportunity. This one matters. I'm not saying every book needs a hard sell, but if your reader finishes the book and has nowhere to go next, you created a dead end. Your book should naturally lead somewhere. Community, workshops, implementation, coaching, assessments, podcasts, events, challenges, retreats, frameworks. A book should create momentum. Point number eight, the goal isn't bestseller status. It's transformation plus access. People chase bestseller status like it's the final boss. But I've seen authors hit bestseller lists and still struggle financially. Meanwhile, another creator with a smaller audience, clearer positioning, a better ecosystem, and stronger relationships quietly builds a 6 or 7 figure business. Why? Because access beats vanity metrics. Point nine, your story matters more than your credentials, especially now. AI can generate information, but it cannot replicate lived experience, emotional truth, perspective, testimony, scars, transformation. People don't just buy information anymore, they buy resonance. Point number 10. Most people don't need another book. They need a better vehicle for their expertise. This is where the entrepreneur decision starts. Sometimes the book isn't even the first move. Sometimes it's the workshop, the podcast, the assessment, the community, the framework, the challenge, the live event. And the book may eventually become the artifact, but the movement comes first. Point 11. Podcasting is one of the most underrated book marketing tools in the world because one conversation can become YouTube content, audio podcasts, LinkedIn articles, social clips, emails, lead magnets, future book chapters, authority assets. That's why I love long form conversations. You're not making content, you're capturing intellectual property. Point number 12. Community is the new funnel. People are exhausted by endless broadcasting, but they still crave belonging. That's why communities are exploding. A strong community creates accountability, emotional investment, referrals, feedback loops, recurring revenue, and movement energy. People support what they feel connected to. Point number 13. The real flex is building something that pays beyond the launch. Launch culture has people addicted to spikes, but spikes disappear. The goal is infrastructure. Can your book still generate leads, clients, speaking, partnerships, subscribers, opportunities 12 months later? That's the difference between a product and an ecosystem. Point number 14. Your book can open doors you never could have predicted. This part matters deeply. A book can get you invited into rooms, booked on podcasts, featured in media, introduced to partners, trusted faster, perceived differently. The ROI of authorship is often indirect, but massive nonetheless. That's why I keep saying the book is the doorway. Point number 15. The biggest mistake authors make is thinking too small. This is the root issue. They think, I hope I sell some copies. I hope people like it. I hope it ranks. Instead of asking, what movement could this create? What ecosystem could this build? What conversations could this unlock? What authority could this establish? What opportunities could this attract? This is a completely different mindset. Listen, I am not against books. I love books. Books changed my life. But somewhere along the way, too many brilliant people were taught to think too small about what a book could actually become. Your book is not just pages, it's positioning, it's leverage, it's visibility, it's access, authority, conversation, and invitation. And for the right person, it might be the doorway to an entirely different life, including yours. Now, if this episode hit home for you, and you're realizing your book might actually be the front end of something bigger, I want to invite you to join me inside my Published Creators School community. And when you join, I want to invite you to join me for one of my weekly monetization mapping sessions where I look at your ecosystem, if you have one, or help you construct one, and actually book so that you can build something beyond just the book in and of itself. So I hope that you got value out of what I shared today. And again, I would love to have you inside of the school community. And I also want to put an invitation in here to check out my The Authorpreneur Decision book that I am working on right now and ecosystem I'm building around that. The link will also be here in the show notes. You can get a kind of preview chapter from the forthcoming book, and you can actually see how I'm actually practicing what I'm preaching here in this video. So I would love to connect with you there on that as well. And again, the link to everything is inside of the show notes. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the podcast.